morning, divine people. I'm Mermaid Tells, and today I'm back with another pick a card reading. So this is going to be the ultimate soulmate or twin flame if you more closely resonate with the twin flame energy. This is going to be the reading about your divine partner. This is going to be pretty detailed. The way I drew the cards is I'm going to lead up to the journey of your union. So you'll get some personality characteristics of your person, when you're going to meet them, whether you'll have children, how the relationship is going to be. So everything about this partnership. Before I get started, I would love to invite you all to connect with me on my Instagram channel, which is at mermaidtells5335. So as you can see, this reading is broken into 3 piles. Here is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Now, as you can see, I left the piles a little messy today, and there's lots of images on top. So I want you all to try to use whatever image or whatever you need to choose this pile. I also put rings. Here's the ring for pile number 1. Here is the ring for pile number 2. And here is the ring for pile number 3. So use the rings, use the cards, whatever you need to choose a pile. I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Okay, so hello and welcome to everyone attracted to pile number 1. This is going to be your ultimate soulmate or twin flame reading. So like I said in the description, you're going to get lots of information on your soulmate, your twin flame. I'm really looking to see how the union is going to be, when you're going to meet, where you're going to meet. We're also going to get some personality characteristics of this person. So like I said, I also put a ring out for you all to be able to choose based off of a ring. I feel like this relationship is going to be really bright. I feel like this person is going to be really bright. So this may just be describing like a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or it could be bright in the sense of their intelligence. But you know, there's lots of meanings of the word bright. It could be bright, a sense of how they look. Maybe they have a very bright presence. Maybe they have very light skin. So whatever it is, I feel like the word bright is going to resonate with your person. So let me put the cards out leading up to the union. All right, so I have this basically broken down into 2 piles within the pile. So you can either resonate with either this pile or this pile. It's going to really differ depending on who's watching this reading. Some of you, this person's going to sound like you, so this person will be your partner and vice versa. But one thing I do want to say, there was only 1 heart card that came out for this reading. So I'm getting strong twin flame energy. So if you went into this reading thinking you are a soulmate, I think that the next, or thinking maybe that you were not a twin flame, I think that you are. Like this, I'm getting strong twin flame energy from this pile. So this is more like two pieces of the same soul coming into union. So you may resonate with both of the piles, but let's just go ahead and get started with this one over here. So I'm going to start with some personality characteristics of this person, and then I'll reveal sort of the union card after. So the first card is the scribe. The light attribute says preserving knowledge and information. The shadow says altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So I feel like this person may be a writer. This person may like writing. They could write poetry. They could have liked writing poetry from a young age, or writing storybooks or something like that. It's interesting because the next archetype card that came out is the storyteller. So with the scribe and the storyteller, this person may definitely be some kind of author. And if they don't write, you know, books on a regular basis, if they're not into writing, they may just write a book about their life. I feel like they're going to have the type of life that you know, other people in the human collective are going to want to read about because of the different experiences. And there's like an intelligence to this person. So sort of like I was saying with the ring, with the person being very bright, I feel like this is bright in the sense of intelligence. This person knows a lot. They've learned a lot. They may enjoy learning. They may consider themselves to be a lifelong learner. I'm hearing Zoomy in the background and I'm seeing all this green. So that's really reminding me of this being a very heart-centered person, someone who really works from their heart chakra. You know, even if we go to the shadow aspects of this energy, I feel like this person is going to have lots of lessons and being comfortable with who they are, understanding what they have to offer and appreciating all of that. So there may be cycles of people that come around this person. Sorry, I got thrown off from some detail I just noticed, but there may be cycles that come into this person's life where the people around them try to make them seem like whatever it is they're trying to share isn't good enough. But look at this. I'm just noticing how there's the exact same pattern on this code. Like, I feel like this is definitely a twin flame kind of energy, because this is like a mirroring kind of energy. So if you're attracted to this pile, again, you may resonate with this energy as well. I feel like this could be both of your energy. Both of you are going to come together, having many different experiences, acquiring lots of different knowledge and all of this other stuff. You know, it's almost like someone who can sit back and tell all of these stories when they get older, because they've lived a very eventful life. So I'm getting, not only is this should resonate with your person, your soulmate or twin flame, I feel like it's going to resonate with you. But again, I'm getting strong twin flame energy off of here. So I got this card to get zodiac information, and a zodiac card didn't come out. The solace card actually came out. So with this solace energy, this reminds me of any type of water sign, especially with this type of knowledge, because water is what holds the memories, what holds the knowledge of the universe. It is the universal solvent for a reason. So this person could just be a water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, definitely strong Pisces energy with the amount of wisdom in there. But also Scorpio, because I'm getting a very sort of Halloween type of energy, and that's Scorpio season from their zodiac information, you know. But in addition to water signs, I feel like definitely water sign elements, but this person also has very strong earth elements. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. But the earth sign may be in their moon sign for the earth. So their sun may be in a water sign, and their moon may be in an earth sign, or they could just have very strong earth placements, because I'm getting that grounded kind of energy. You know, something about this person, especially with, you know, all of their different experiences, and with this storyteller, they can even be like a good actor, like very animated when they want to be, because with this solace, I feel like they may not always be this way. That's why this is really reminding me of a water sign. I feel like this person's sun sign may definitely be a water sign, or that could be their north node and energy that they are trying to step in, because it's like there's a need for them to be grounded, or else they get too flighty, you know. And as I'm a sun Pisces, so I totally understand this energy. And if you're resonating with this pile, you may understand any sign which can think, which can really expand and flow. There's a need to be grounded, especially with the storyteller scribe archetype, so that you understand your story and you're able to distinguish that from the other stories. Because something about this person, I feel like when someone tells them their story, or they may get very sort of caught up in other people's stories. So very emotional, very empathic. This is someone who would do anything for their friends. This is someone who is extremely loyal. This is the kind of person who you want to be your friend, right? This is someone who is like a ride or die, someone who is extremely loyal. But again, I'm getting, if this energy isn't too grounded, this person could be very flowy. Now, something about this twin flame energy is, for some of you, this could have been a kind of relationship that did not work out the first time you met this person, especially if they needed to become more grounded. Or I haven't really looked at this energy over here, but if there was something sort of not aligned in this energy, that's something that could have prevented this union. But let me keep going with the cards so that we can see what's next, and I can get over to this one. So the next card that came out for me to get sort of personality characteristics from this person is the Hermit. So with this Hermit energy, first of all, there's 2 full moons. So this person is very spiritual. This person has an element of magic to them. Those stories they tell seem very magical. Again, that's why there's a need to be grounded. This person may be a channeler, like they may get stories from the universe, and there's like a need to ground this energy. So this person's so dreamy, and anyone who's dreamy like that, this person can be very romantic. This person is capable of surprising you with something, and it just blows you away because they have so much knowledge and experience. They can bring in so many different things that many people would not be able to think about. This person is very creative, and because of this, they spend a lot of time alone. They may retreat a lot. I feel like this person is like a wanderer. This is definitely a wanderer kind of energy. So it's going to be hard to, it's not that this person has like commitment issues, because with this energy over here, I'm getting that they're extremely loyal. However, there's a difference between loyalty and commitment. While this person is loyal, I feel like it's going to be hard for them to stay one place at one time because they're so changeable. They're so mendable. They're water. They're like the element of water. They constantly need to flow. Water is not happy when it's frozen and stuck. Water needs to flow, right? That's why the earth, no matter how much humans may think the earth being a certain way is the way it needs to stay because it's ideal for them, Gaia, the earth, is always going to change, is always going to flow because there's so much water, and water just does not like to stagnate. So this is someone who's not going to like being tied down. So if you may be like this yourself, but frequent vacations is something that this person is really going to need. If this is a person, I feel like this energy of being stuck could have been very difficult for this person. Now, let me say that's for only for some of you. For others of you, this person is very flowy, but they also may be so comfortable with like the scribe, this Hermit energy storyteller, that they're fine sort of like staying in one place, but it's their mind that flows all over, or their dreams. So this person could astral travel, where if it's not their physical body that has a need to go all over the place, it's their astral body. And this energy can change again because this person is as changeable as the seasons, right? So sometimes they could not want to go any place, and then there could be times where they want to go every place, and then there could be times where they just want to like sleep forever. That's what I'm getting from this person. Definitely a homebody. They can be a homebody. I feel like even if this person did want to travel, they would still find a way to be a homebody while doing that. So that's interesting. All right, so let's get into how you are going to meet this person. So this is the 9 of Presents. So for some of you, this could be something around some kind of celebration. It could be some kind of celebration, some kind of get together, and you meet this person. It's like a surprise. There's going to be a surprise element. Oh my goodness, my energy I just felt really excited because I feel like as I'm tapping into your energy power number ones, this meeting is going to be very exciting. So how you meet this person is going to be very exciting. It's not going to be anything you can think of. So there's no need to try to think about it. I can already tell you right now, Spirit is not going to give me, exactly what's going to happen, right? Because even if I describe to you the package, like the scene of how you may meet this person, the present inside, like how it actually happens, could be totally different. Like for instance, I started talking about a party. So some of you possibly meeting this person at a party, but maybe it could not be until after you leave this party, or after this person sees pictures of you at this party, So it's like there's something to do with a party, a celebration, but I feel like there's still a big element of unknown, like something that's not it's not as clear cut exactly how you're going to meet this person, but I feel like it could be something to do with a celebration. For some of you, this could be around some kind of holiday. Of course, with this card, it gives a big energy of Halloween or Christmas because it's from the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. But it could just be any type of celebration or any type of birthday party or something like that. It could even just be that this person is leaving a party, you know. So something, the biggest thing I can tell you about the how is it's something to do with the party. I know it's not, you know, a whole bunch of information, but that's all Spirit's going to give me for this. So, and I think that also goes into like the where, you know, because I think it's the where that's a bit unknown, because the where could either be at the party or them looking at party pictures and messaging you about it, because there could be some kind of online thing connection with this person, especially since I feel like this person is so solitary. Or at least in this, the energy that they're in when I'm channeling this, I feel like they're in this hermit kind of solitary energy where they're collecting information. Because they're the scribe and the storyteller, this person goes through bouts in their experience, not only this lifetime, in their entire soul expression. They go through these phases where they need isolation so that they can just collect experiences and not really interact. You know, like someone reading a whole bunch of stories, even though you may not be interacting with what it is that, you know, the information that you are ingesting. And then eventually they get into this very expressive type of energy where they're either telling the stories or they're living these new experiences to add to their storybook. So very eventful life this person has. Okay, so the next card is your hard work is paying off. It says new moon in Capricorn. So here is some validation for some of you that this person could have like their like a earth sign, a moon sign in the earth element. And then also I feel like, oh, I'm messing up my cards. Also, I feel like there is, you know, evidence of this being the water sign sort of thing that I was saying with this tail. Like there's a connection between the earth and the water elementals, the water elements for this person. Let me move this over more. So, you know, quite literally, you all could meet this person during the new moon in Capricorn energy, during Capricorn season, or during a new moon. So that could be another clue, another sign of this person. You know, with this being your hard work is paying off, it's almost like, you know, whoever this person, this energy is, whether it's you or your partner, I feel like this person is in a very hardworking mode when this relationship comes together. Like there could even be put into question whether there's space for this relationship. So there could be lots of events going on in career and that part of your life. You know, this could be a time where you were supposed to go off to school and explore yourself. There's this element, there's this energy of, you know, exploration, and then this person comes up and it's very sudden, it's very shocking, but it's also very exciting. So I feel like you all have really worked your way up to this union. Like there's this big element of working hard. And the next card is passion. It says allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I feel like for many of you, you could have, your passion could have been so wrapped up in what you do. You know, this is someone who is, especially with this earth elemental energy, their job is very important to them. Now, for some of them, they're going to have a very earthly, physical plane type of job, and this is something that they will work a lot. But many of the people that I'm describing over here are going to be light workers, so they could be having a lot going on spiritually, and whatever it is, if they have a spiritual gift that they use, or just some kind of way of connecting, they just have work to do. They were not put on this earth to, I feel like this is not the kind of lifetime where they're just sitting and, you know, observing other experiences. I feel like there could be times when that happens, but I feel like there's lots of work that this person had to put in, again, whether that's working a job, working in school, or doing some kind of spiritual work and training. But either way, I feel like this person is going to be really dedicated to this by the time you come. So the next thing that I wanted to pull is some surrender cards. So what this person is going to need to surrender in order for this union to happen. And then I'll get into this pile. I did want to say something else about this passion card before I move on. I feel like this person is going to bring a lot of passion into this person's life, because it's possible to be really passionate about your work and to be so passionate about it that you forget to take care of that other aspect. So if this is a person that is very passionate about their job in the physical plane, this person could be very spiritual that comes in, and then they ignite a new type of passion in their life. Either way, I feel like when this union happens, this person is going to have a new kind of passion that's being ignited, and it's going to be something that they may have been neglecting. So if they were all physical, working in the physical plane, this is likely going to be a spiritual type of passion that's ignited, especially for those of you who resonate with the twin flame energy. There's going to be some kind of big twin flame energetic shift when this union happens. And for those people who are maybe really caught up in their spiritual gifts and doing that kind of spiritual work, there's going to be some kind of huge passion in the physical plane that's going to help you become more grounded, or help this person become more grounded, and sort of help you connect more with this partner that's coming in. So now let's look at the surrender cards. What does this person need to surrender in order for this union to happen? So the first surrender card is defensiveness. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Wow. So this is why this person had to retreat a lot. They likely had experiences, even how these archetypes are very earlier on. They likely had experiences earlier on, because I was telling you about how I felt like this person may have had to struggle with people doubting them, especially depending on what it is they do for work. That's what people around them may have doubted. So it could have created these defenses where they just develop this idea that having this defense equals strength. It protects them. It keeps other people out. It keeps the wrong people out. This person may have been so hurt by people that they just decided that they're better off on their own. So that's why when this union happens, it's really going to shake this person's life up. But surrendering defensiveness is a reason why I felt like they needed to retreat. This person also could be like single for a long time before this union happens. And the next one is surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay, so it's two things, right? Because I feel like on one hand, this person may have been shutting people out, but on the other hand, it's that loyalty thing. They may be loyalty to a fault, where they're loyal to the wrong people, or they show loyalty to people who would not show that amount of loyalty to them. I feel like that's a kind of energy too. So there was also a need for this person to set boundaries with the people in their life, because they may have went through. The thing about this storyteller scribe type of archetype is they're very nostalgic, very romantic, especially the water signs. It's going to be hard for them to let certain things go, to let certain people go, even if they feel like the person may be toxic in their life. So very interesting. So in order for this union to happen, whether this is you, if you resonated with this energy, there's a need to surrender being defensive. Like, understand defensiveness is something that you don't have to live your life in a defended way. It's actually better if you don't. When you're able to objectively look at your life experiences without becoming so emotionally wrapped up and involved in what's happening in your life, that's when you expand. That's when you flow. That's when you live a heart-centered life. I feel like this person is best when they're living a heart-centered life. That's the kind of life that they need to lead. They need to lead with their heart, and they need to follow their passion in all areas of their life, right? So not completely giving up on the people around them because they have been hurt in the past, and also not being so lax with your boundaries that you're being constantly taken advantage of. So now that we took a look at this person over here, I'm going to look at this person, and then we're going to see what this union card is. Okay, so the first card we have is a heroine. The light says passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and the shadow says escapism and false sense of heroism. It's interesting that this says passion for a journey of personal empowerment with this passion card here. And we talked a lot about journeying in this one. So let's see what's next. Next, we have the detective archetype. It says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. And the shadow says voyeurism, falsifying information. So this person is like, this is so interesting because I'm seeing how this is twin flame energy, because this person with this hermit energy, they like, you know, homebody, like staying in. This person almost like does not know how to stay in. Like, this person loves adventure. You know, this person, I can already see how this person over here is going to ignite passion and, you know, going outdoors, traveling, you know, really doing that kind of hands-on earth elemental stuff. This person's really going to ignite the energy. So if that's the case, then this person may really ignite this one to be more on a spiritual type of path. You know, this person, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like actually a detective or a police officer, something with law enforcement or some kind of authority or security type of thing. You know, someone who just likes outdoor stuff for a living. You know, this person could just do some kind of outdoor stuff for a living. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, this detective kind of work, you know, this, I'm getting internet. Some people, there may be some kind of internet security too. So I don't want, when I say security, I don't want you all to think of like mall cops or something like that, because there could also be some kind of cybersecurity. I feel like this person has that kind of energy as well. Just something where they decode stuff, where they detect stuff, where they analyze, observe. But then there's this huge aspect of them that's like, that likes pushing themselves and pushing things to the limit. So very interesting juxtaposition of energy going on. So for zodiac information, this tranquilized card came out. And then Sagittarius. So I did mention fire energy when I said bright, like when I was going over this ring, how the ways in which this person could have been bright. So this person, the brightness could be their fire sign energy. You know, their fire sign energy really is what makes them a great detective, because, you know, there's nothing that this person won't do to solve a puzzle. Now, that can be an excellent thing, like Sherlock Holmes, right? But I'm sure some of you may already be picking up on how that could be, you know, an issue, you know, like that cop that can't let that case go and they bring it home, or that that detective who can't sleep until they put some kind of piece of the puzzle together, you know. And sometimes things don't just fit. Things just, you can't, sometimes you just can't solve something, and that's the resolution of it. Sometimes solving something is letting it go. So that what I just said, if you resonate with this energy, that could have like pissed you off, because, you know, I feel like this energy, this person's like, there's nothing I can't do, nothing I can't solve. Climbing to the top of the mountain, okay, let me go jump over to this next mountain and climb that. You know, like there's this huge, beautiful, fiery energy that really, really drives this person. So let's see what's next. Okay, so we also have the Six of Pentacles. So this person can sort of, I know I said detective, but there's going to be more jobs. You know, for some of you, this person, their job could just be to travel. I know I mentioned that over here. I'm getting this huge travel energy, and one thing I'm already sensing from this union is that there's going to be lots of travel. You know, you are gonna, your love that you share, you're not just going to share it on one continent. You're going to share it with many different parts of Gaia, just to feel the type of love that the two of you have together. This person is very transformative. This person could also be a public speaker. They have that kind of passion, kind of fire, desire kind of energy where they can really, they transform themselves. This person over here transformed themselves. They had to be that detective with themselves. They had to follow their own intuition. That's what this personal empowerment is. This person lives and breathes to grow, to do better, to push harder. This is like the, oh my goodness, what is the guy who made Insanity? I can't think of his name. I know it's Sean something, but I can't think of his name. But it's like that kind of person. You know, the people are going to scream at you. Like, it could even be that. Like, they could be someone who just, like, you know, personal trainers or something. This is the kind of person you want in your circle when you were in the hermit energy, when you need that push to get out of your comfort zone, because, you know, that's what this setting limits is about. This person is a bit in their comfort zone. Like, yes, they love what they do, and I feel like there's this passion, there's this always this beautiful energy, but this person needs, in a way, to be in their comfort zone so that they can really digest the energy that they're in. So, or the energy that they're in. So when this person comes around, it's almost like a jolt. Like, they're jolting this person awake, jolting this person back to life. That's why this defensiveness and setting limits is going to be needed, right? Because this person has such fiery energy. If it's not contained, it can spill out. So this person is going to already have to have firm limits. And, you know, some people could be watching this in a relationship. You could have noticed that if you went into your relationship and the two of you were not healed, because I'm assuming this is the type of union that's happening. You heal and then you come together, but something, especially with twin flames, many twin flames come together before they are healed, and these could have been the deal breakers. That sort of, if you were together in the past, these could have been the deal breakers. Like, this person could have really imposed on this person's boundaries, and the defenses of this person really could have sort of like this person needs to be free. They need to flow like fire. So if this person got defended with everything they do, because this person's very spontaneous. Sometimes they just say, sometimes they'll just, I feel like this is the type of person where sometimes they'll just say a joke and it may have like a mean undertone to it, and they may see how it's funny. But if this person, oh my God, it's kind of like, it's so funny because I'm a water sign, so I can see how this like dynamic is playing out. So if this person is not watching what they're saying, they can trigger this person, and they're an emotional sign, they're a water sign. So yeah, like it's almost like a need to, if you look at fire and water, those are seemingly opposite energies, right? But there is a way for everything to be combined and to, you know, create something beautiful. And the two of you are going to create something beautiful. For some reason, it's reminding me of like a diamond or a crystal, like how those are made in almost impossible situations, and then they come out and they're shining and they're bright and they're beautiful. But yeah, I feel like if there was not a certain level of healing, I can definitely see how this relationship would not have worked out. Something about this energy is this person, I feel like, is well off, or they're going to be well off. Like, that's just, and they're going to be generous with it too. I feel like they're generous with their light. They're generous with what they give. That's another reason why this person having boundaries can help this one out, because this person needs to learn boundaries too, for sure. Because I feel like there were times in their life, or, you know, an unhealed person in this kind of energy will give everything away just to realize that the people around them were never really there for them, like their friends or even family acquaintances in the first place. You know, like giving stuff to people who do not necessarily have their best interest in mind, just because they can, just because that's the fire that burns inside of them. That's what their soul is telling them to do. So this person could really benefit from this person's wisdom, because this person has such a huge amount of wisdom, and this person has very childlike type of energy. So when you come together, it's beautiful, right? It's everything you need for a wholesome relationship. So let's see what's next. So the sort of card for where, which is interesting, the Devil card came out. You're going to meet in the underworld. No. That's funny though. But it's reminding me of the Halloween energy, because I did mention Halloween. Again, I feel like that's an easy giveaway because this is a Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween, because when I dive deeper into this energy, it feels more like this person could have been, there's going to be, trying to get deeper in the energy. This is like a rebirth going on, right? I feel like with this fiery energy, this person over here, I wouldn't be surprised if they had to go through their rebirth first. But whatever is happening, whenever this union happens for the wearer, wherever it is, this person's going to be like in this rebirth energy, battling their inner demons, battling their vices, battling those things that hold them down. Chiron energy, really look out for. If you're wondering when this energy may happen, look at what Chiron is doing, what planet Chiron is transiting in, like what that energy is doing, because this person is going to be healing, so wherever it is going to be where this person is healing. This could be a hospital for some of you. This could be, like I don't know, like a place to heal, community centers, lots of different places to heal. Some people even browse through YouTube or something to heal. So I feel like this person is going to be looking for healing when they find this person, or they may not even have known that. But that's not going to be for everyone, because there's another kind of energy coming out. I feel like something else that's going on with this person when this union is happening, it's getting away from that where and when kind of energy, and it's just going deeper into what's happening with this rebirth. I feel like this person either is going to go from, they're going to have like 3 bumps in their life. Either they're going to be wealthy, go broke and go wealthy, or they're going to be broke and then, or so 3 bumps, or someone's just going to be broke or go wealthy. So however that energy goes in their life is going to depend on their rebirth, right? So for the people who were born wealthy, their rebirth is going to be going broke and then grinding and lifting themselves back up, even against all the odds. Or the person just being broke and lifting themselves up. Again, it goes into personal empowerment. This soul would have it no other way. Like that's what they want. They want to, start from the bottom and go to the top. Like they have this desire deep down to really fight, to really push, to strive, to do the things that other people can't do, to push themselves to the limit. So of course, someone like that, most people won't even look at their inner demons or the things that hold them down and break them down. But this is something that this person always does, that this person constantly does, because they want to break all the chains. They want to win. This person is very sort of win oriented. And this could be, for some of you, this could be that they're very competitive. It doesn't have to be in a nasty kind of way to win, but it's just how the energy is coming out to me. So let's see what's next. Okay, this makes sense. This says your commitment is being tested. The reason why this makes sense is because I feel like this person struggles with boundaries, right? So this is the type of person, if they had an ex, oh my goodness, they would stay wrapped up on their ex. And if this person had a relationship, this person, it goes into this devil kind of energy. And then what I'm sensing from this heroine card, it's almost like missions, right? Like sometimes this person could also be military-esque. I'm feeling that kind of energy too. So this person likes to win. They like to solve puzzles, right? So if something doesn't work out, like if this person has their mind set on a partner, getting masculine energy from here, but it could be, you could also be a woman and resonate with this energy, but it'll be very masculine energy. So if this person had their mind set on someone and a relationship didn't work out, they would have such a hard time letting it go. Because that's not how their mind thinks. Their mind thinks like they need to win, they need to solve. And that, when that happens, I'm just like, I'm getting a vision of this happening in this person's mind. Like, what just happened? Nope. My mind does not compute. What do you mean you're breaking up with me? What do you mean we're not going to get married? What do you mean this is not going to turn into a relationship? Or what do you mean you moved on, right? This person could even, especially the unhealed version of this person, could even be tempted to break up with someone just to test them, right? And then when they move on, like they're thinking, what do you mean you're not coming back? So some of you, because again, I'm getting that twin flame energy. I'm literally hearing some of you going like, because you've dealt with this kind of energy, you may have known this person in the past, or you may be in a relationship with this person, or you could just resonate with this energy and you know that this is something that you do. Like sometimes you just like to test people. It's almost like it's just something that fiery energy does. Fiery energy for me is very connected to trickster energy. It's just like fire, right? Or lava. It's so beautiful. Fire is so beautiful. Lava is so beautiful, but you don't want to touch it, right? Or at least you don't want to touch it with your hands. So that's what it reminds me of. There's almost like this trickster kind of energy. And this energy will love it, this storyteller, because this person's almost like a mystery. They like doing so much. But I know I'm pointing out a lot of the shadow types of energies with this person, but I really do feel like this is a very beautiful energy, because once they heal all of that, once they're able to let go, it can blossom. But for some of you, like this person may be still a bit caught up on an ex when this union happens. Of course, when this union happens, I feel like the person is going to finally understand why things didn't work out. But for many of them, it's going to take that moment for this person to understand. Like they could have tried to move their lives on, but it won't be until they unite with this twin flame or soulmate energy over here that they understand that their commitment was being tested. Like there's something that this person needs to let go when this union is about to happen. And there's almost like some of this energy may run a risk of not letting go, you know, like, and then it's like the pattern could be repeating, you know, because it's almost like this energy is crying out for this one to like almost get their shit together. To almost get it together, because I feel like this person just keeps going back to something or someone. They could be going back to some kind of addiction, because I did get that addiction kind of energy. They could be going back to a relationship. They could be going back to dating the same kinds of people instead of really lifting themselves up, because the danger, I'm getting strong Leo energy from here. Oh my goodness. But the difference between this sort of self-empowerment and the hermit over here is that this person thinks that they need to win in order to grow. This person understands that you have to surrender in order to grow. So again, this person would really benefit from the wisdom of this water sign, or someone, this person over here who has this really strong water elemental energy. So let's see what's next. What was I just saying? Literally, and I pulled these cards 2 days ago and did not remember what they were. This says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yes. So this person may really be at risk of going back to their ex. And, you know, I feel like because this soul craves growth so much, you're going to have to really release your ex from your heart in order for this union to happen, right? It's going to go into the surrender cards that I'm about to pull, but this person needs to release an ex from their heart. For some of you, this could be, it's almost like a contracted thing. For some of you, this could be like someone that you were married to, like a very strong relationship, just someone that really stayed. If you resonate with this energy, just someone who really stayed in your heart. Or, you know, if this is more your partner, you're more over here, there's someone who really stayed in their heart. It could even be a past life love who rippled back into their life, and like maybe they've been attracting this same kind of energy over and over again. That's something I've seen happen with twin flames, where they often have like this soulmate, this karmic type of energy, and their twin flame. And many of them, you know, choose their karmic energies over and over and over again, and they're leaving their twin flame out in the dark, which is why there's almost like this energy right here, like reaching out, like what the hell, you know, trying to feel what's going on. But it's this commitment, and it's this ex, this person. But you know, this vacillates between lifetimes, because there could be lifetimes where this person has this karmic energy and then they just need to let it go. So let's see what's next. What does this person need to surrender in order for this union to happen besides their ex, right? Surrender negative thinking. It says you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So that's almost like something else this person is addicted to is negative thinking. It's almost like this person has convinced themselves that negative thinking is what makes them grow, is what makes them thrive. This person may have really used the negative words and judgments of others to fuel them. And yes, that's a really amazing thing. But the only thing is if you use the negativities of others to fuel you, you're going to continue to attract that same kind of negativity into your life. So letting that go, letting that negative thinking go, is something else. You know, I really do feel like that's something that this person has to understand in order to attract abundance, because abundance is so closely tied, and wealth, money, is so closely tied to the root chakra. And when you think negatively about yourself, think that you don't deserve it, think that you're unworthy, that you're worthless, you're never going to be able to be abundant, right? It's just, you're never going to be able to maintain abundance. Let me say that, right? It's not, this is the type of person who would, again, it reminds me of what I was saying about money, from either maybe going broke, then rich, or rich to broke to rich. You know, I feel like this person, it's because the way this person thinks about themselves may vacillate. You know, like there's a part of them that really has this beautiful energy towards self-empowerment and self-growth. But then if you're fueled by the negative thoughts and judgments of others, you know, it's just going to keep happening, and then it becomes a cycle. So now your finances are dependent upon people speaking negatively to you or about you. And there could also be a part of you not wanting that, because you're trying to improve. Anyone who's trying to improve is going to try to improve their thoughts. So it's almost like the conscious mind battling the subconscious mind. And that's what happens to many people who get caught up in the cycle of negative thinking. So like this is saying, you have control over your thoughts. You absolutely have control over your thoughts. Now, this is not something to conquer. Okay. I feel like I'm getting a little bit preachy into having how this person can solve this, but this may not necessarily be your energy. You could be more on that energy. So this is just something that this person has to work through in order for this union to happen. So let's take a look at the final surrender card, which is surrender to play. It says, take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So I'm getting this energy from both people. You know, like play is going to be something that's going to be important in this relationship in order to keep the passion going. Because these are like two serious people, right? Like they're very serious. This person's very serious about work. This person's very serious about self-improvement. You know, like these are very serious people. So inviting passion and play into your life, into your relationship, it's what's going to make it blossom. If these two people, again, twin flame energy, if these two people are still too caught up, this person's too caught up on their ex, this person's too caught up on work, the union's not going to happen, right? So or the union can happen, but it's going to be like the financial situation. It won't stay. It won't be able to maintain. The energy won't be able to maintain itself because it needs a certain foundation. And the things that can really shatter the foundations is this person being defensive and having loose boundaries, and this person having negative thinking and not being able to play. Because it's like if this person's not getting enough play, whatever that means to them, this rejuvenation, whatever they find interesting, it's like it'll perpetuate this negative thinking. All right, so the final card I'm going to pull, pile number 1 for your ultimate soulmate or twin flame reading, is this card that was turned over the entire time. Look at this. It says, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So if this is the kind of twin flame relationship where you met each other and then you broke up, the person who came to mind during this reading, yes, that is the person. I feel like this person has continued to admire you from a distance, even if this person was caught up on an ex and that caused some kind of break in the relationship over here. I feel like this is something like this person would have still almost been like keeping tabs on you. Or, you know, this could have been the person over here. You could have broke up with this person, or vice versa. But either way, I feel like one would have been checking in on the other. More so this energy than this energy. I feel like this energy letting go and sort of flowing. But I can also see how that could have been difficult. But either way, I feel like one person is watching the other. And it's likely that this is with this secret admirer. I'm wondering also if like one person's watching the other social media, or maybe you just, because I mentioned presence, and then this person over here had like this devil energy, so it almost felt like a meeting, but that you weren't necessarily in the same place. You know, like this person could have literally been in the hospital, and this person could have literally like been at a party, right? So I feel like it's meeting. It could have been like an online meeting. It doesn't have to be a face-to-face meeting at first, because there's a big energy that this person over here is going to be looking and watching this person before this, either before this person is aware that they know about them, or whether this person is aware that this ex has, you know, still been keeping tabs on them. But with this water sign, if you were connected, you could have felt that this person was still sort of like keeping tabs on you in some kind of way. But that's all I have for your reading, pile number ones. Please do let me know in the comments below how this resonated with you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, so hello and welcome to everyone attracted to pile number 2. This is going to be your ultimate soulmate or twin flame reading. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, because these readings, the first pile was like 40 minutes. So let's see how long this one's going to be. So this was the ring that you were attracted to this pile with. So one thing I'm noticing about this ring are, it looks like there's lots of flowers. So I feel like flowers are going to be important when it comes to this union. All right, so you all had 2 separate love cards that came out. This is from the Lover's Oracle, these cards. You had 2 separate cards that came out. So I'm thinking that this is more of a soulmate kind of relationship. Now, I channeled the one for the twin flame and power number 1. For me, that had strong twin flame energy. For me, this one, power number 2, feels more like a soulmate. So if you think you're a twin flame, I would check pile number 1 out, but this one may also have messages for you. So what I did was I broke each pile into separate archetypes to get some personality characteristics of each person. All right, so there were cards that came out for each person. So I think I'm going to take those out separately. And then there were joint cards that came out in reference to your union. So again, I feel like this is talking about a soulmate relationship, but this is a very strong soulmate relationship because your journey is going to be connected. So the two of you may have either known each other for a very long time, or you will know each other for a very long time. You may work together. You may consider yourself to be friends, even best friends before this happens. This is a very strong soulmate relationship because you are basically walking like a very, very similar journey. So let's get into these cards. I have some archetype, personality, zodiac side cards for this side and this side separately. I'm also going to give you some information on what needs to be surrendered on both people's parts in order for this relationship to come into union. So because this is a soulmate relationship, you may either resonate with this one or you may resonate with this one, and the other one is going to be your soulmate. So let me start with this one over here. So the archetype card is the teacher. It says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Shadow says manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. I really don't get that energy, the shadow energy. I feel like this person over here is going to be a really good teacher. So let me pull the rest of the cards out. We have the revival. So this is the card I used to get zodiac information, and a specific zodiac card did not come out, but I'm getting strong air elemental energy. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and also sort of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy could be the sun sign or primary signs within this person. And those qualities really make this person a good teacher. I feel like this person is best when they're teaching others. Now, their job doesn't necessarily have to be a teacher, even though for many of you, I feel like there are some teacher qualities. You know, there also could be parental qualities, and you teach your children or you teach children in your neighborhood. It's just that I feel like this person's throat chakra, like the words they speak, teach the people around them. And there's a big energy of teaching the younger generation. So that could be something as well. Strong teacher energy. I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but let me pull other cards first. We also had the 7 of potions that came out. Now, the potions are the water signs in the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So this is more sort of water energy. Now, I feel like what this is telling me is that this person doesn't necessarily have to be a teacher. They may be good at teaching, but that doesn't necessarily have to be their profession, because I feel like this person is good at lots of different things, or they just need the space to be able to explore lots of different qualities and characteristics. You know, for some of you, I feel like there was this chance to really explore, to travel, to get to know yourself. It doesn't have to be physical travel, just traveling through whatever you need to in order to better understand you are and attain some kind of wisdom that you're then sharing. It could be sharing to the younger generation, not through actual teaching. It could just be through your words. I feel like throat chakra is very important. So a lot of this person's lessons would have been centered around their words and how they speak, what they speak for. Do they speak up? Now, I'm getting a message from Spirit now that there's some kind of difference. This person, there could be something that made you feel different, something that made you feel like a bit like an outsider. That's another way that this person could teach the younger generations. Just teach by example, by showing that you don't have to be one thing. You don't have to be tied down to a certain, place, situation. You don't have to be defined by any quality, characteristics, or constructs that other people are putting on you that you may not necessarily agree with, right? So lots of that kind of energy going on with this person. I'm hearing trendsetter. This person is very innovative. You know, it reminds me of like Rihanna type of energy. I think the reason why people look at Rihanna like a trendsetter is because she's never afraid to try something new. Like, some people won't even put on something or even try something because they assume they're going to fail, or they assume that other people are not going to like it. This is a kind of person who is either fully in that energy, fully in their Rihanna energy, where they're just going to be themselves and the world is going to adjust, or they could be in an energy where that's where they need to learn, where they need to stop apologizing for standing out, stop apologizing for their differences, and stand firm in that power. That's how this person is a teacher. That's how this person is I feel like that's a major part of this person's life purpose. So therefore, it's going to have to do with this journey. I'm going to keep moving through the cards, because for this soulmate energy, I feel like your journey together is what's going to be very important. Now, with this 7, some of you can meet in July. You know, that could be something in the summer months, or in a place that's very hot. For some reason, I'm hearing suddenly. So I wonder if some of you may feel like the meeting comes very suddenly. Wow. And as I'm looking down, I see this card comes with separation. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So for some of you, you're going to run into this soulmate suddenly after you let go of a partner that you may have been holding on to. You know, even with, if you look at this card, take a look at all the sort of smoke and fog, the way she's laying down, you know, and he's sort of holding his heart. These are 2 people who know they should not be together anymore, and their angels are sort of scrambling to do whatever they can to release these people. So you may meet this soulmate after a sudden change, after a big sudden breakup or sudden thing happens in your life that takes you off the course you were on and puts you on a totally new path. You know, for many of you, this feels like having your spiritual awakening, you stepping into your power, how you stand out, and separating. It doesn't even have to be separating from a partner. This could be separating from a place, separating from a situation, separating from whatever was holding you back. It's almost like past energies were holding you back, but holding on to it, you know, like a need for you to hold on to it. You know, this person may also battle with standing firm on their own. They may have felt like they needed someone else to be around them, even though that person did not sort of match what they knew they wanted. This person could be very idealistic in that way. And that makes sense, because I mentioned some air signs and I mentioned some water signs. And when you add that air and water together, it's adding that dreamy quality, and then you sort of expand it with the air. So this person could romanticize. You know, if you are on this Pile, if this is resonating with your energy, you may find that you romanticize your partner. So like basically you create this idea of what your partners are in your head, even if this person is telling you and showing you that there's something different, right? So very interesting energy. Trying to see if I'm getting something else. But as far as the one, I get a really strong feeling that this soulmate connection is going to happen after you separate from what was holding you down. Now, again, for some of you, it was a partner. For some of you, maybe it was just like what you were doing for work, because you need to be doing some kind of job where your words are helping the younger generation, or not even younger generations, helping it could even be like a manager or supervisor who trains people who are newly hired on a job, or shows people how to do something in the most effective way. Like, that's what I mean by teaching. It doesn't have to be teaching in a traditional sense. It's just teaching someone who is more novel than you, right? That's so important. So if you were not on that life path, something may have happened to separate you from whatever was causing you not to continue down the journey that you were on, right? So the next card I want to pull that I have for this side is what they need to surrender in order for this union to happen. Then I'm going to pull the archetype cards for the other person, and then we'll go into your journey together. So let's see. This side came with surrender to prayer. It says, give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard through the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So the thing about prayer is that nowadays, a lot of people think that this is a religious construct. So I would just like to mention prayer is older than religion. Before religions were born, prayer existed. So prayer is something that is innate to human beings, and something that we can all use to bring us closer to our higher selves, bring us closer to source, bring us closer to whatever we consider to be divinity. You know, for some of you, this could just allude to the fact that you are involved, or this person is maybe involved in a religion, and maybe their prayer to, you know, whatever deity that religion worships, that's something that's important to them. But there could also, with this surrender to prayer, for whatever reason, it's like throat chakra stuff. I really feel that this person has a hard time asking for help. This person has a hard time believing. It's that romanticizing thing. Like, if they get caught up, if they get their mind set that their partner is like this dreamy person and everything's going to work out, if things don't work out that way, you know, I feel like this person can go through self-blame and all this other stuff, when in reality, the separation was for their higher good. That's why prayer is so important, because prayer connects this person, whether it's you or your soulmate. It's going to connect you to your higher self. And when you are connected to your higher being, you're able to live your experiences without becoming overly absorbed in your experiences. You can let things go. If there's a separation that's needed, your higher self will to get that information to you. And because you have been filling yourself up with prayer, and therefore filling yourself up with light, you're going to trust your intuition to guide you. So for this person over here, life could just be a lot easier with prayer. So that's something that's going to be important to the journey, to the connection. But let's go ahead and look at the other person. So the archetype for the other person is the networker. It says enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. The shadow says conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So this person, you know, with this networker, they're going to be internet savvy. You can meet them on the internet. They can send you some kind of notification on the internet. This person, yeah, I feel like online work is going to be really big with this person. And if it's not online, this networker energy is strong. This person could be a busy bee. They could be a social butterfly, meaning that they're just very good at interacting with other people. Now, that may not necessarily be what they want to do all the time, but I feel like they are capable of interacting with many different people from around the world. This person could speak multiple languages. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a different language. Maybe they can just say things in a way that even people who speak the same language can understand, because a lot of people don't sort of understand what socioeconomic status is, or SES, which is social class, monetary. So Even when we think of academia, like I sometimes get comments on my page because the way I speak it, I'm very academic because I'm like training to be, I'm actually 1 year away from getting my doctorate. So I'm a very academic person. So this is being able to word things in a way that's different than what you are used to. So maybe wording something in a way, even if you are trained academically, if this person is trained academically, being able to speak to people who don't have that knowledge and don't have those background experiences. So I'm getting lots of different energies off of this networker energy, but I want to pull out this other card because it really sort of ties this energy together. We have boundless, right? So this person can definitely not be tied down. This does not mean that they can't commit. You know, this is reminding me a little bit about what I said in pile number 1. This is more of this person. It goes into what I was saying with the whole busy bee and social butterfly. I feel like this person really thrives when they are connecting with others. It is their connection with others that creates beautiful things. So again, with this networker, they could just be really good at getting messages out to other people, whatever that means. I'm going to stop trying to sort of guess what their career is. Just try to see how that resonates for you. But with this boundless, I feel like they have a very expansive energy to them. This person could be very popular, right? Even I mentioned flowers with the ring, and now I'm seeing all of the flowers over here. You know, flowers are naturally reminding me of something that is very fragrant. So the smell of them, this person could have their own business, and that's something that can be really important. I'm also getting that around the time that you're going to meet this soulmate, this person's business could be blossoming. Okay, what am I getting? Now, with this fox energy, it reminds me of this card that came out for the Lover's Oracle. And I was going to pour this after the tarot card, but what am I getting from this? It's almost like this person has a sly nature. You know, it goes with being able to adapt with a lot of different people. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, being able to adapt to a lot of people is very great, right? Because you can interact with a lot of people. But I feel like this person is a bit of a watcher, right? You know, because they can adapt, it's almost like sometimes they may be able to put on a mask to pretend to be something totally different to get information. This person will be really good at getting information from other people, you know, like any kind of job like that. That's why I said I'm feeling a connection with pile number 1. So some of you either may have been attracted to that too, or you could be like that twin flame energy. So I recommend checking that out. But, you know, it's almost like there is a bit of deception, but it's a needed deception. Your job may require you to do that, right? Like, especially those online jobs, you know, those memes when they're always talking about like the FBI agent who's watching you or something like that. It could be, I guess, like a sort of job like that where you're just pretending, or like an undercover person, just pretending to be something else in order to get information that's for the higher good. Now, that's not going to resonate with everyone. That's not going to be a big thing, you know, because another thing I'm getting from this person is they may just also be very good at getting other people to take off their masks. And that's reminding me of what I said about this energy. Like, if this person links up with this person, it's going to be really good, because this person is going to be free being all of themselves. Because I feel like this person has so many different experiences with different people. They're going to really love this authenticity, right? They meet people who are, that's what they do for a living, like business people, you know, like I feel like that's another kind of thing where you put on a mask and maybe pretend to be someone else. Or, you know, they call it being collegial or being professional. And if you really dissect it, that's really just pretending to fit a certain standard in an environment. And it could be totally different than who you are on the inside. So I feel like this person can also help this person to heal. There's something going on with career. I'm going to get into this when I get into the journey, but I want to say what I'm picking up on right now. And it's almost like, oh, wow. Let me show you what I just saw, even though I just messed up all of the cards. So there's 2 foxes on here, right? And this fox, it's like they both have wings, but for some reason this fox is reminding me of like feeling out of place or being out of place. Even like you see how the birds are very small. For some reason, I'm getting this energy is almost like these birds bothering the fox, right? And even though the fox has these big, beautiful wings, the fox may not feel like those wings belong, or like maybe the fox is trying to adapt to the life of a bird when that's not who they are. But when you move to this card right here, the fox, and this is like these birds are bigger now, right? So it's almost like now they're like, they have a more similar energy. They're on the same, they have the same level of energy, so they can connect in a different kind of way. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Now, something else is that when it comes to where, for some of you, there could be some kind of, this is funny because I'm mentioning masks, right? For some of you, you may meet this person when they have a mask on. So you may not see their whole face. They could literally just be wearing a face mask. Because like I'm recording this in 2021, and this is a time where you are required to wear face masks in order to leave the house. So for many of you, this is just talking about, you know, when you first see this person, they're going to have a mask on. So you'll only see their eyes. And in a way, that's really good too, because like you get to see deep within the person's heart, deep within the person's soul, before you're seeing all of those physical attributes. So that's really great too. All right. So there's also the Three of Candles, which is the Three of Swords. And with this person over here, I feel like it's almost like, I'm seeing lots of wings in this reading, right? Almost every card, even, and these are all from different decks, but many of the people have some kind of wing. So flight, expanding, traveling. Like I said in the beginning, this is something that's going to be really important for both of these people and for your journey. I really feel also that there's a message that the angels are sort of like what I said over here. The angels have a big pull in this soulmate relationship because your journey together is so powerful. Whatever you're going to create is going to be so great that the angels want to make sure it can be birthed. You know, something else I'm getting from this person is around the time, I feel like around the time you meet, again, this person I feel like is going to be going through some kind of separation. This person just may not be happy at their job. You know, I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be a job, but I feel like this person is just going to be dissatisfied with some aspect of their life when they meet this person. You know, there's almost like the two of you wanting to completely up and change your life together. You know, it's almost like a motivation, an instant motivation. You meet, this person is finally feeling free, like, but this person may not be feeling free directly during this meeting. I feel like this person is going to be in this bout of, you know, maybe praying and trying to figure out what they should do next, because they've just been separated from a person, place, or situation that they thought was their entire life. You know, it's like this fox finally deciding to be separated from these little birds that they thought were on their same level. And then boom, very suddenly, for many of you it's going to be suddenly, you meet this person that is on your same level. They may be, there's something going on with the mask, even, you know, either you meet this person and they're wearing a face mask, or they message you under a false guise and mask pretending to be someone else, you know. So because I'm not getting a negative energy from this deception. If anything, I feel like it's almost like a harmless kind of thing, like this person just trying to fill you out a little bit to try to see what you're about. Because I feel like you're going to stand out to this person, you know, from the way you look, the way you are. I feel like you're going to stand out to this person. So they're going to want to try to get to know you, because I feel like that's just something that they're used to doing. That's just something they're used to, studying people from all over. And someone who's seen hundreds of thousands of people and they meet someone who stands out, like eventually people all start feeling the same. So when you meet someone who really, really stands out, who really, really shines, like I feel like it's going to take this person's breath away. So they may either go the route of trying to, you know, the most blatant thing I'm getting is like creating some kind of false name or something to really try to see what you're about, you know. But that's not going to be for everyone. For everyone, this person is quite literally just going to be wearing a mask when you see them. All right, so what does this person over here have to surrender in order for this union to happen? So the card that came out for them was surrender your ego. It says cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So if you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm not someone to preach that the ego is a bad thing. I think the ego is very needed and necessary. The ego is what defines us, is what separates us from our soul. Now, there could be a negative connotation to that because we all want to be connected into our soul, but it also helps sort of like everything from becoming blurred and muddy. Like anyone who's an energy reader or anything like that, you'll understand when the energies are very enmeshed and all blurred together, it can feel very confusing and staticky. But when you're able to really distinguish things and see the differences, it just feels better. It feels more balanced. It feels more smooth. So, it's not that you have to release all of who you are, right? Because who you are, who you were born, your life experiences, this person may also be running a little bit, running from their life experiences a little bit, running from some kind of obligation, feeling weighed down from their job, feeling weighed down with a person, with a place, with a situation, with an atmosphere, with the environment, with the world, right? Just feeling a big weight. They just want out. They just want out of the same old, seeing the same people every day, seeing the same place every day, right? So that's why when they see this sparkly deer wolf thing over here that really stands out, you know, like they're willing to even, I don't know, be totally different to see what this person is all about. So the reason why you need to understand who you are is so that you can have a firm understanding of your ego. So I feel like when this is saying surrender your ego, this is more so talking about not feeling like you know everything about people or humanity. There's almost like this feeling of this person over here of giving up on humanity a little bit, or maybe just feeling saddened or bored almost with them because it all just seems the same. So when you get to see your difference, when you get to distinguish that, you get to see the individual light that shines in each and every person. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting. You know, there's another energy coming off of this surrender your ego, but it feels very complicated. It feels almost blocked, right? It feels almost like there's this hidden part of this person over here that they may not know about, right? So maybe it's the case that what this person sees in this person over here is really within them, right? The way that they stand out, the way that they shine, right? They don't have to wear a mask. This person doesn't, I think that, okay, so it's almost like hard for me to digest this energy because it took a while for me to almost work through what was going on with this surrender your ego card, because there's so many people attracted to this energy over here who have not worked through it, right? What I sense is that when this person first sees or meets this person and they see how much they stand out, they're going to realize how much they have been blending in, right? So it's going to be beautiful because this person literally had to separate from a situation to choose standing out over their comfort zone. And prayer was what kept them, and prayer is what kept them afloat. So with this person over here, I feel like they were living a pretty stable life. Like everything was the same too. So this person just has to be, this person, I really suggest, just has to make sure that they don't like feel discouraged. Like when they see this person standing out, it may trigger almost a defense in this person over here. Like it may shock them a little bit how much this person stands out, how much this person is themselves. And if this person is too much in their ego, where for a lot of people, just the sight of someone standing out triggers like a ego defense, right? It just makes them, because a lot of people just really try to conform and all be the same, right? So when this person who may be doing that, who may be wearing a mask of some kind of business corporate mask in order to blend in and, you know, try to be like everyone else, it's going to be a real wake-up call when they meet this person. And I feel like the angels just sort of want to insert this into your reading, because if this person lets their ego get in the way, it may stop them from approaching. I really get this huge feeling that this person is going to see this person first before anything happens, but there's going to be a need for them to reach out, even if it's just to understand. Like, they may just be really curious about this person. Like, it could either come off as a curiosity, or if the ego is too sort of disrupted, it can come off as like anger or repulsion. So they just have to check that out. But now that we have some characteristics, qualities, where you may meet, all the things going on in your life for these two soulmates, now let's look at the cards about your union. I'm going to put them all out. So this one says you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. This one is the 8 of Swords. Very interesting. Yeah. So let me go over these two cards first because they're going to overlap, so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. So I feel like either way, both of these people are very family oriented, or, you know, the energy can come out in a interesting way. It's never the same thing for every single person in the energy. It's always some kind of polarity. So either the person could be very family oriented, or they can come from a very destructive family, or it could be an end. They could be family oriented in a very toxic family, or there could be someone who's more lax and they have a more healthy kind of family dynamic. But there's something going on with the family dynamic where these people are thinking about their loved ones, or thinking about what people around them are going to think, right? Because coming together in itself is going to be a leap. It's going to be a leap for you to it's going to be a leap for you two to come together, because especially for this person, because this person has been blending in for so long, when they come together with this person, people are going to be like, what the hell? You know, it's sort of like when the guy, I cannot think of his name. I don't know why I keep listing celebrities in this soulmate reading that I can't remember their name. But the guy who was like dating Lady Gaga, he was an actor and he's really cute. I can't think of his name, but I know he plays in the Vampire Diaries. But I know a lot of people, like when they first started dating, they're like, oh my goodness, like they were looking at him like, what do you see in her? Because she's so eccentric and weird. And I think it's lovely. I think how she is lovely. I think standing out and being weird is lovely, by the way. But I think it caught a lot of people off guard because he seemed like one of these can form. Like, you looked at him and you really didn't know what he had going on inside, because he was so good at wearing that sort of mask of professionalism or corporate business kind of mask, right? So it's sort of like that. The two of you, just your relationship. And then even with this person, they're going to be like, what are you doing with someone like that? Like that, how is that your type, right? So it's so interesting how this soulmate connection is going to come out. But the two of you are freeing yourself from this energy of the 8 of Swords. I mean, look at this. There's swords there's cobwebs, there's lots of stuck energy. And this person has everything they need to break down this stuck energy. But it's like they have a mask on, right? Look at this theme of a mask, right? Either being blinded to something, and that's a mask, not wanting to see something. That's more of the person over here, not wanting, romanticizing stuff so much that you don't want to see the true person that someone is showing you, right? If someone is cheating on you and they're like, oh baby, I'm gonna change, you know, there comes a point where you just don't want to sit, right? If they keep doing the same thing over and over again and you're excusing it, it's like being blind. It's being consciously and willingly blind to what's going on. So this person had to separate from that. And this person was stuck in some kind of job or situation that they just didn't like. It was boring. It didn't fit them. They were really good at it. They can put on this corporate business mask, but it wasn't who they are on the inside. Who they are on the inside is like this person. And that's why I'm using the Lady Gaga example. And she's like, I don't think she's dating this guy at all. I don't even remember the last time I was like even reading about celebrity information. It was years ago. So this is something that could be literally like 10 years ago, but it's just what came in my mind, because I feel like that's how this relationship is going to be. One person may be really eccentric, and one person could be very sort of like stoic and put together and wearing a suit and a tie, and the other person's wearing like a boho dress and dreadlocks or something, you know. So very interesting union. But either way, you're going to free each other. You're going to free each other from sort of the normalcy of life, from the same old gunk, the same old stuff, from people, places, and situations that don't serve your highest good. That's what your journey is going to be together. Just the two of you being together is going to be such a leap of faith. Again, you're going to inspire people with your words. That's when this person steps into their teaching role, and this person steps more into the higher aspect of the networker, right? Enhancing unity, letting people know, you know. I also wouldn't be surprised if this was like a same-sex type of relationship as well, you know, just because I feel like it's something that other people around may want to talk about, because they feel like, oh, like those two things don't go together. But you two are going to have to be like, mind your business, right? Like, it's not going to matter what other people believe go together. This relationship is going to go together so perfectly on a soul level, on an energetic level, right? Very beautiful. So let's see the final two heart cards that came out for your reading. This says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So yeah, just like I got over here, this person may have a little bit of resentment towards the same old people, that corporate businessy matrix type of energy from years of feeling weighed down by them. Like, when this person takes off that mask and like has that sigh of relief, I feel like that's when the resentment may want to come up. But, you know, this person can really help this person stay grounded, right? Because when you step into your power, you understand that every situation that happened in the past was just for your growth. So there's really no need to feel resentment about what happened. You can just let go and start your life anew. You know, this person surrendered their ego. This person surrendered to prayer, asking for help, because this person is at times gonna have to ask their partner for help. Because especially since I feel like this person has a stronger sense of stability than this person, I feel like, you know, there's gonna be a need to ask for help. So if you're not using your voice to ask for help, that can be an issue. And also asking your angels for help, right? This person, there may be some kind of healing that's needed in this relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if the two of you came together and someone decided that it was so different, and oh my goodness, what would this person think? What is this person gonna think? That they don't take it further because of their own fear. So that's when prayer could be really helpful to lift the hearts of both parties so that this union can happen. Because I really do feel like you are going to somehow make money together. Like, it could be some kind of social media thing. It could be with your job. You could be teaching people together. You could be speaking together. You could be activists together, especially since I said it seems almost like that same-sex kind of thing. You could be activists, letting people know. I've seen a lot of twin flames do work like this. Again, I am getting soulmate energy, but this is reminding me of the work that twin flames do as well. So the final card is romance. It says Cupid's arrow strikes. So one thing that's going to be so great, one thing that's going to be undeniable is how much the two of you love each other. It's going to be completely undeniable. No matter how much others try to point out your differences, no matter how much, because it's going to happen. I feel like this relationship, this journey just together is going to come with some barriers. People are going to talk crap about the two of you being together. They're not going to like it. They're not going to understand it. It could be this person's family, you know, it could be this person's friends, right? They're just not going to like it. They're not going to understand it. You know, I also wouldn't be surprised. This is the kind of energy where this person may have even been with someone and just been super unhappy because that person was a reflection of that kind of life, that matrix life that they're sick of and they don't want to live. So this person may have to completely upheave their entire life for this union to happen. So I feel like there are going to be some struggles, but the love is going to be worth it. That's why prayer is going to be so important for this union. There are going to be a lot of things that happen when you both that you don't understand. You know, the one thing that I really urge you to trust is your heart and how you feel about each other, right? Especially because this person may be tempted to come with almost a deceptive kind of energy where at first they may pretend to be someone else. Some of you may feel like you can't trust that person because of it. Like this person may feel like they can't trust this person because of it. But I do really feel like it comes from a place of love. Like if I felt like any type of negative shadow energy coming from here, y'all know I would tell y'all. So I don't feel it coming from here at all. I just feel like I feel like this person is coming from love. Like they need to see first whether it's worth the risk, right? They need to see whether it's worth the risk because it's so drastically different than what they're used to. Like this person legit could be in a relationship or could be married, right? Even like, but you know, they could be wanting to get divorced. I feel like that could be something that was on the table. The fact that they were so unhappy, the fact that they felt so burdened, like they were doing things that they just did not want to do. This person just wanted to be free, but instead they were like sort of being forced to tie down. So this person is going to tread a little bit lightly because I feel like it's such a different way of living. It's going to be a different way of living for both of you because this person who's naturally free trying to adjust to this lifestyle, because I feel like this person over here is going to have certain things that they can't let go of. It could be family obligations. It could be something like they can decide to go their own way, but I feel like there's going to be certain things that they can't let go of. Oh my goodness. You know what this reminds me of? Now this is reminding me of Meghan Markle and Prince Henry, or is it Prince William or Henry? I don't know why I can't think of the names right now. I'm just feeling more of the energy instead of the names, but it reminds me of that kind of energy because like just the union alone creates such a disruption. And this person over here, which I feel like is more of the masculine energy, the person who was in this kind of business or system or family that they may not have agreed with everything that was going on and they tried to live a little bit different, but they were sort of still, you know, smacked into place. It's gonna be a bit of a disruption. It's gonna just turn your life upside down. It's gonna turn both people's lives completely upside down, sort of like what you saw in that situation. I feel like that's being mirrored in a human collective for a reason. For everyone, it's not going to be it's not gonna be anywhere near as extreme as what was married. That's just a very strong type of energy that exists within many different couples, right? So for you all, it could be that, but maybe something a bit, you know, on a smaller level. Some of you, it could be that extreme, right? Because I'm also feeling like if this person is involved in a certain, like say it's different cultures, ethnicities, and this person was in a culture or custom where they're expected to do some kind of family business, you know, they could still invite this person into their life, but they may not be able to just up and leave how their life was. So this person will need to somehow come and adjust to this new life. Like in a way, this person is still compromising a lot because they're professing their love for someone, and I really do feel like the people around them would not necessarily agree with it. And this person is sort of taking a huge risk too because now they're used to being free, but they're in an environment they just have not been in. But again, the thing tying this relationship together, the thing tying your journey together is going to be love. This is going to be a soulmate relationship that is going to last. This is going to be a soulmate relationship where there's going to be lots of beautiful romance together. So, you know, just forget about what other people say. Even if the person comes in your life and they just are not what you thought or not what you just thought was for you, your heart's going to tell you. So again, let go of the ego, send up some prayers and listen with your heart. Because when this person comes into your life, they're going to change your life. They're going to be a new part of your life that like it was so unexpected. But that's all I have for your reading, pile number 2s. Please do let me know in the comments below how this resonated with you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to everyone attracted to pile number 3. this is going to be your ultimate soulmate or twin flame reading. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this reading. The first thing I'm going to do is take a look at this ring. I pulled separate cards for each partner. So I'm going to go over the separate cards to see what comes out. And then we're going to go over some information about how your journey together is going to be. So this is the ring that you could have used. Now, not all of you would have used this ring to get attracted to this pile. Some of you could have been attracted to either like this butterfly or this blue kind of energy here, or the energy of this sun card. I really do feel like it doesn't matter, because as you can see, all the energies are so connected. Just these three things, this gold ring, this sun, which has a butterfly, and this blue butterfly here. So these are basically three separate things that seem disconnected, but they're connected, just like this sunflower, this sun, and this Leo here. These are all connected because the sun actually rules the sign of Leo, and then this is a sunflower, which is named in dedication to the sun. So as you can see, there's so much solar energy going on with this union. You know, these are almost mirrors, and that's something that's an energy I got from this reading, is that, you know, your relationship with your divine partner that I'm channeling, this is going to be about your mirror. This person is going to completely mirror you. It's almost like a butterfly, like how two wings are mirrors for each other. You also see that energy of mirror in the sunflower, you know, this energy of sacred geometry. Now, I know I'm getting a lot, very spiritually detailed, but I feel like this is something that you all would or should be able to pick up on, at least by the time this union is going to happen, because your third eye is going to be open. The third eye, basically, of the human collective, the human consciousness, is opening. So many people who did not have spiritual gifts before are starting to awaken to their spiritual gifts. All right, so like I was saying, I feel like you and this divine partner are going to marry each other. Now, this is interesting because there are three separate items. For some of you, I wonder if this could be some kind of wow, I'm seeing three butterflies here, three separate items. For some of you, this could be a three-way thing that's going on, or that could be something to do with the relationship. It could have been a three-way sort of thing that that happened, you know. But I am seeing two butterflies here and two suns, so maybe something that started off with a third-party situation, sort of just ending in two people coming together in union. But then even the energy of this ring, which is sort of like an Ouroboros, there's just this energy of you all maybe needing to spend time apart, so that when you come together, you can see how you mirror each other. Like there could have been something where someone was feeling caught up, or someone was looking at the wrong person because they were a mirror of maybe who you thought you wanted to be, or you thought you wanted to be with, even though that wasn't true to who you truly wanted to be with. Maybe you weren't being true to yourself and on the inside. So there's so much coming up already for your reading, pile number threes. But let me go ahead and get started with the cards in the order in which I want to go over them, and then we'll get more into this solar energy that's so strong during your reading. But this solar energy, I'm wondering if I should go over your journey first and then go over your characteristics. I feel like that's what I'm being called to do, which is interesting. It's almost like your journey to each other is going to be so important. So for some of you, you could feel like this union happens later on in life, or again, with that third party situation, it could have been the case that some of you were with or are with someone who you may think is your soulmate or twin flame and is not, and it's not until later on in your journey that you have a better understanding. But because I feel like it's important, this mirror energy is so strong, where you have to have a firm understanding of who you are, and they have to have a firm understanding of who they are. Your journey, your healing, that process is going to be important, and that's what the sun is talking about. When the two of you come together, there's going to be such a bright and beautiful new beginning, and this is not going to go in an order. It's not going to go in a common order. For pile number 1 and 2, I had a very sort of detailed and structured way, and I'm not really a structured person, but I tried to structure this reading. But this energy, more so, this is like the energy that I am in, and a lot of empathic people are in, where you just flow, right? this kind of relationship is one that just flows. It's one that is beautiful for how unique it is. It's also interesting because I think sunflowers are one of the most beautiful flowers because they're so unique, because they have the patterns of sacred geometry hidden within them. You know, I love how sunflowers reach up to the sun. So for you all, there are things that need to be reached. Oh my goodness. As I'm looking on the bottom of this, I'm seeing reflection. And I love this because I haven't looked at these cards in a couple days. It took me 2 days of meditation just to prepare for this reading. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with your pile number 3s. You all have very strong energy. You know, again, this Leo energy is strong, but you don't necessarily have to be a fire sign. It's just that you are meant to be a leader. You are meant to stand out. You are meant to shine. Everything about you and your partner is meant to shine. So because you are each other's reflection, when one isn't shining, it's dimming the other. So I feel like a big part of your journey was going off on separate ways. The two of you, I wouldn't be surprised if like you knew each other or you know of each other, but it's not until that moment where you're both shining that you recognize each other. When you both begin to shine in your own light, that's when you look at this person differently. So it could be the case that some of you, this person could be on your radar, but you're not really looking at them as an option. Until they shine. You know, it also could be the case that if you're not really being true to who you are, maybe you're doing things based off of the expectations of others, or maybe you have a job for money, maybe you're in a relationship because maybe you settled or something like that because you didn't want to wait, or I don't know. I feel like there's lots of different examples, and the underlying energy is just doing something, expressing something that's not authentic, and therefore this mirror soul, this divine partner of yours, it's almost like they can't understand the beacon that's coming out of your heart because it's not true. It's not until the both of you, like again, you have to do this together. So you all may really feel the energy of your partner, right? Because again, they are your reflection. It's also interesting because this is saying give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So it's almost like this union began with a separation. Like you may have known each other, you may not have, depending on however you felt about yourself is how you felt about this person. If you did not like yourself at the time, you would not have liked this person. If all you could see was your faults and criticisms, that's how you would have viewed this person. It's not until that you have love for yourself that you can even begin to love this person. So your journey to healing was so important for this relationship, pile number 3s. I'm like almost blown away with how the energy shifted between pile 1 and 2. Like this is more than just, you know, a soulmate connection or watching any old soulmate or love reading. It's like diving deep into your life purpose. It's almost like your life purpose is uniting with this person. Like you all have such a deep, like I feel like you all would have had such a deep longing for this other person. Like you would have known you were energetically connected to someone on a soul level, but you may not have been aware. Like the two of you are likely dream of each other, I'm getting. You may have something that's very similar. Like you may either share a birthday, you may share a last name or a name. You may have shared a place that you were born in. There's something that you share, right? There's something that you've always shared. And when you come together, you're going to understand how you were always rippling. Like you may have lived within 10 minutes of each other. One partner, you know, one of the parents may have the same birthday. It's just a very mirrory, strong type of relationship. Now, the thing about this relationship, this mirror type of energy, is there are some lifetimes when, again, because what you're feeling on the inside is how this partner is going to show up in your life. So if you've had the type of experiences that filled you up with hate, with negative energy, when this person comes in your life, they're going to mirror that back to you. So you, like, I feel like there are some lifetimes where the two of you can't stand each other, because if you can't stand yourself, if you can't stand something that you've done, if you have guilt, if you have shame, if you have anything tucked in your closet, if you have any sort of demons that you have been battling with, this person is going to bring that out. This is more than a twin flame. This is a mirror soul. For me, it's different than a twin flame. It's like this person is a reflection of you. There is no distinction. This person is solely here for your growth. This person is solely here to mirror back for you what you are mirroring out to the world. So, you know, again, there's lots of space to get triggered with this person, right? If you deep down feel like you don't deserve, or if you deep down feel like you're not pretty, or you're not handsome and you don't deserve great things, this person may show up in your life telling you that. You know, they may not be like that with anyone else, but that's how they may be with you, right? So, oof. Very interesting how this energy is coming out. Like, even just starting with your journey to each other was so important, because many of you, that connection just could not be there. If you could not forgive yourself, you are not going to be able, you would never forgive this person, right? And if you had anything that you were like hidden away, that you were feeling guilty about, maybe you cheated on a partner in a past relationship, that's all you're going to see in this person. You're going to see that they're going to cheat on you. Even if they don't, you'll find ways to see this, because they're just basically mirroring back all of everything that's inside. Now, I know I'm mentioning a lot of negative energies, but as you can see, when you heal, when you have that space, when both of you have that space to heal, when you come together, you're just going to see love in this person, and you're going to see beauty. Like, if you see beauty in yourself, if you filled yourself up with self-love, breathing in that light energy and breathing out that negative energy and doing that healing and loving and appreciating yourself, forgiving yourself, not plaguing yourself like a lot of people do. Many people are in mental disruption on the inside. If that kind of person meets their mirror, they're never going to go together. They're going to drive each other nuts, right? So when you are filled with that light, some of you don't believe that you can get to that place. Like, I'm feeling that energy. Some of you don't even believe that you can get to the place where you feel this golden, beautiful solar energy of love and light on the inside, but you absolutely can. You absolutely can get to that place. And it's not until you get to that place, believe that you deserve to be in that place, that this person is really going to show up in your life in a way that you can maintain a relationship with them, right? Because it's also not just enough. Some people sort of, you know, when I say love and light, this is not a tricky type of love and light, you know, the type of love and light that's really hiding an insecurity. I mean the type of love and light where you know that everything you do is divinely guided. So you're just able to really take a step back and allow life and your experiences to flow. That's sort of what I mean. When you truly understand the secret of life, you cannot hold on to anger. You cannot hold on to anger. So it's a very ascended, not everyone gets here in a lifetime. Not everyone gets to the place. Not every human is going to get to the place where they're going to believe that and understand that. But this is the journey that you have, power number 3. So it's a very big journey. It's a very big sacrifice that you're making for the human collective to be able to go through darkness, not only with yourself, but with your mirror. You and this mirror going through darkness. And this mirror is always going to be close by. This mirror, like, no matter how much you shake this person, you could try to like forget about this person and move 60 miles away. Guess what? This person is going to pop back up in your life because they are your mirror. Your energy just attracts to one another, and you're going to attract into the dynamic together, whatever you have going on. So you might as well just heal yourself. You might as well just believe, even if you don't believe it for yourself. If you can believe that any other person in your life, if you can look at someone in your life and believe that they're worthy of blessings and great things and beautiful things, then you should be able to believe that for yourself. But enough of that journey. Let's go ahead and get into the other cards. So now I'm just going to pull the cards for each person separately to see what the energies are saying. All right. So I'll do this person second, and this is the pile I'll do first. The first thing I'm going to start with is the archetype cards to get some personality information from this person. The first one is athlete. It says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength. So exactly everything I was talking about in the sun card, you know, The thing about you, pile number threes, is when you shine, you really shine. Everyone sees the glow. Everyone sees the glow when you radiate, right? The energy is so beautiful, so strong. When you shine, so you're able to really transcend things that most people cannot. A lot of people cannot even be the athlete archetype, right? Like, it's one thing for someone to just be athletic, but they're able-bodied and they're athletic, and then you see some really, really special people in this planet, and they have what people consider to be handicaps. Maybe they're missing a limb, maybe they're born with something going on in their physiology that it makes it difficult for them to be with people considered to be athletic. And then you see these people still becoming athletes, right? Like, I feel like that's a very special type of person to be able to transcend those kind of physical limitations. And for many of you, this is the energy that is with you. Like, this could resonate with you, with your partner. But something about this mirror reality is that, you know, this is something that happens in every generation for you. So your parents also mirror the two of you as well. So that's important to keep in mind, but that's a story for another reading. So let me go ahead. If you want more information about that, I highly recommend sort of booking a personal reading, but let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is student. It says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. I get that energy, so I'm going to stay there. For you all, again, someone who's able to really transcend those physical limitations, it'll be easy for you to transcend maybe mental limitations and spiritual limitations, because it almost becomes a habit. You become a student of life. You become a student of the universe, where you're constantly learning how to transcend. That is really the secret, the purpose of life, to transcend your experiences, to take all of the darkness that the universe has sprinkled into your life and shine light on it. Right? That's the beautiful secret of life, and that's who this person is, right? They understand that. This person has a deep understanding for that, and that's why they are a student of the universe. That's why they just love, I feel like this is the type of soul that loves these kind of incarnations, because you get the chance to grow and you love growing. So next I'm going to have the zodiac card, which is Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, but then also any type of water signs. Water signs have been really strong in this reading. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You know, honestly, this can be any sign. I feel like this water sign for zodiac, it doesn't necessarily have to be your sun sign, right? You know, honestly, pile number threes, I'm kind of getting that sun sign doesn't even matter, because what's gonna overshadow all of this energy is the sun. Right? Your sun sign isn't going to, it's almost like the sun is your sun sign. And that's very interesting, because that's not really something that goes into the normal traits of astrology. But again, you transcend any type of limitation, anything that someone tells you is impossible. And again, I know this is true for you, whether it's this one or this one, because the two of you are mirrors. Anything that someone considers to be impossible, it's like you're going to try to find a way to transcend it, because that's who you are. You have the energy of the sun, the energy of Ra. That is your zodiac sign. But with this Cancer, I'm getting that you really lead with your intuition. The thing about the Cancer sign is they have this hardened shell, but the hardened shell doesn't stay there, right? The Cancer does not stay in the same shell. They have to, it's like this molten thing where they have to break out of their old shell. And when they break out of their old shell, now they're all soft again. Now they're not as protected, right? That's the thing about the athlete. They can build all these muscles and stuff around them, but what happens when some kind of physical limitation, some kind of handicap happens, like when you see a dancer or an athlete get an injury, right? And then you're not able to do the things that you have been doing, and it's almost like you have to start over. That's the energy I'm getting with this Cancer. So there may have just been cycles or a cycle in life where you could have built up something around you, and then you had to start over, or you had to with this, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of accident. You know, this is the kind of energy where you could have gotten into some kind of accident, gotten some kind of physical limitation, and then you had to really work to transcend it. But again, it doesn't just have to be a physical thing. It could have been maybe feeling like you had some kind of mental break that was hard for you to recover from. It's basically just having a really hard experience and working really hard to recover from it, to build up that same sense of stability that you had before. So Beautiful energy. Let's see what's next. Okay, the next card is attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Exactly. So something about, it's interesting because I'm reading for the two of you separate, but I feel like this is all just a continuum again because you are mirrors. But something that is important is a sense of attraction. You are very attractive people. I feel like you all, like, modeling could be something really good for one or both of you. You may have had people tell you that in the past, that you should model, that you're very photogenic, that you photograph well, because there's something very attractive about you. There's something very seductive. There's something very beautiful about you and your energy. The only thing is, it's like that person where they're so beautiful, but no matter how much you tell them, they don't believe it within themselves. And if someone doesn't believe it in themselves, you can tell them 100 times, but they're not going to believe it. So some of you could have been at that place where deep down, even though people around you could have told you were beautiful, or that you shined, or that you have this beautiful light, you didn't believe it. So again, if this twin flame came in your life, or if they come in your life, they will mirror this back to you if you don't have this understanding. So very interesting. But the positive thing is, when you do transcend this limitation of thinking that you are less than, or that you are not as beautiful or as radiant or as powerful as, you know, other people can see you are, when you're able to transcend this, it's almost like you radiate this light, but then you start attracting light. So attraction on all levels, not just attractive as if, you know, being physically attractive. It's almost like being energetically attractive as well. So now you're more in control of what you are manifesting in your life. That's why this journey was so important for your reflection, because when you come together, you want to be as clear as possible. Either way, you're going to do work together. I don't think that there's any one person watching this reading that when you come together, the two of you are not going to trigger each other with your mirrors. Like, there could be a lot of light, but those shadow things are still going to come out. The thing is, getting triggered is not an issue. Some people think that you should try to live without being triggered. It's not necessarily to live without ever being triggered. It's how you respond to that trigger. What do you do next? When you have this information, can you sit back and be curious, like, oh, my partner is pissing me off today, or my partner is making me mad, or this thing that they did just really irritated me. Can you sit there and think about that in a very objective and logical way? Or do you lash out based off of your emotions? And that's going to be something that's harder, right? Because when someone's mirroring back your deepest insecurity, there's going to be a tendency to lash out if you feel really insecure about it. If you feel really bad about it in yourself, when someone else is doing it, you're going to want to take out all that pain and rage you have towards yourself. You're going to want to take it out on them. So either way, I feel like this relationship, you're going to have those small triggers, but again, you have the ability to quickly heal these things as they come up. And even if one person, if there's a little bit of imbalance, you can sort of piggyback. Like, one moment, the other person may be able to identify when someone's triggered, and in the other moment, it could be the other partner. You know, either way, just encouraging conversations and dialogue is really going to be how this relationship is beautiful. If the two of you could just talk, right? I feel like that's how it's going to be really beautiful. And that's how I see this relationship. I feel like you're going to just be able to have these conversations, like the little things that you learned, or that you like, or that you feel like it's just like special to you. You know, everyone has like these things that they consider to be weird about themselves. You're going to find out that this person does, or has, or likes the same exact things. And it's just going to further verify that they are your mirror. So it's very beautiful energy. Very beautiful energy. I know I keep mentioning, you know, how mirrors can trigger each other, but mirrors can also shine love, right? The same love that if you are in the tendency of shining love towards yourself and your partner shining it back to you, then two of you are just shining love on each other. That is beautiful. That's a really beautiful union. All right. So the next card I want to do is what this person has to surrender. Now, the surrender cards are going to be really important because, again, you're a mirror. So you may find that the surrender cards on either end, they may all resonate with you. But if you can really work on these things, that's how this soulmate relationship is going to be great. Because I don't want to just tell people, you know, like when or where they may meet their soulmate. I really want to give you information and advice on how you can make the best out of the energy that you have. You both have the the energy of the sun. So standing out, being creative, the two of you creating something together. That's how you both live. That's how you both live your best life. Okay. So the thing you need to surrender, or this person has to surrender, this says surrender your addictions. Now, I keep seeing this spider kind of imagery. I'm not sure where, but I keep seeing this spider and this insect kind of energy, like that insectoid kind of energy. So that could be a thing when it comes to the mirror, those kind of mirror energies. But this says whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So like, again, your partner is going to mirror you. So if you have this addiction or difficulties with food or substances, they may point it out, or, you know, they may have it to an extreme level, or they could be on the opposite end. Say you overindulge in food, they may be in the habit of restricting too much, right? Say they're overindulged in sex, they may have some kind of restriction when it comes to sex. So again, there's going to be a mirror, even with the overworking, the two of you overworking at the same time and not really being happy with not being able to see each other. So it doesn't necessarily have to be such a big thing that it becomes blown up. This is basically just telling you to be aware of any addictive habits that you have, because it's likely this person is going to mirror them back to you. So the final card that goes with this person over here is the Empress. And I love that this card came out because it's almost like, you know, she has a pregnant belly and then there's a heart right over it. So being pregnant with love. And I love how they also show like this wheel going around her, because I feel like it reminds me of how protected this relationship is. Like there's a certain group of souls and they're reflections of each other in this way. And you know, they're not just human incarnations. These reflections go from many dimensions. This is a multi-dimensional type of soul journey, soul path. And that's the one that you're on, pile number 3. So it's very beautiful and it's very powerful. So either way, you know, the children that you give birth to, if you can come together, and I know you can, because I see it. I see that you're able to come together and the two of you are blossoming together. You know, it's beautiful, right? I feel like children is going to be really important for you. You all may have lots of children. There's going to be something sacred about your family. There's going to be something sacred about your children. There's going to be something sacred about how the two of you are together. I feel like the whole relationship, there's going to be something sacred about it. Because the thing about the sun is the only planetary energy that has been worshipped by every human civilization, that life-giving solar energy, right? So this is the energy that you embody. And when you meet this person, all of this shines through. So it's such a very beautiful connection. When you have such two beautiful lights, two suns, you give birth to the new sun. So what I want to do now is give some information for this person over here. Now, again, because we found out that the two of you are mirrors, this may also resonate with your energy. But the first one is visionary. It says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Oh my goodness. This is literally exactly what I was saying. And if you look at this, it's almost like a sun. Even though you see like a crystal ball, it's radiating like a sun, you know, like being able to envision what is inconceivable. Many people may find your union inconceivable, not because, you know, for pile number 2, I got that there's going to be such a difference in the two energies that it's almost inconceivable, but the two of you are going to be so mirrored, so the same, so similar, that it's going to be inconceivable. And again, the way you shine is going to be so inconceivable. Definitely a power couple. The most powerful couples are the mirrors that are working together to heal each other. Because when you can work in harmony with yourself to heal, of course you're going to be able to work in harmony with your partner to heal. So this is beautiful. Know that all the love and work that you are pouring into yourself, you pour into this person. And if it is a case that you know that you met your mirror earlier on, but maybe you had to separate because of addictions or anything like that, you can send love and healing to yourself, and that automatically helps them to heal, right? So if it is the case that you are a mirror, you know you're a mirror, you met the other person, but you know maybe you couldn't deal with triggering each other or what you were seeing in each other's reflections, the more you heal your own reflection, the more you heal them, because you always come back together. You always come back together. This is not the type of soulmate or twin flame relationship when you have children with anyone else. The son that you are going to give birth to, the child that you are going to give birth to, is going to be with this person, with your mirror, no one else. So this one is the mediator. It says gifts for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. Oh my goodness, yes, right? So the good thing about this relationship, why I feels more positive with this mediator card, is because when you are a mirror, you know, the hardest thing with looking into your own reflection is being objective, right? We look at, even if you take it to a practical level, we look in the mirror a lot, or most people look in the mirror a lot. Like just to get ready to leave the house, you would possibly look in the mirror at yourself. So the more you look at something, the more you look at your reflection, you know, maybe you start to get too caught up in certain features. You start to notice things that other people don't notice about you, right? Like, but when you're able to be the mediator, when you're able to take a step back and look at both sides, see the fairness, see strategy in it, you know, you can look at your reflection and be able to see it the way it really is. And if you can do that within yourself, you can do it within your partner. But again, this is the kind of relationship where if you can't even look at yourself objectively, like say you can't even look in the mirror without pointing out your flaws, it's going to be really hard for you to look at this person without only seeing their flaws. So just putting that out there. Now for the zodiac for this sign over here, there's Taurus. So this is the earth sign. There's also Capricorn and Virgo, which are the other earth signs. Now the earth sign is a really good sign to have with this sun energy. Again, I don't think that this could be the person's sun sign, but again, with you pile number 3s, I feel like the sun is like your sun sign, is how the people around you, I feel like everyone sees you as the sun. There's some kind of connection with you and the sun. So, and this person as well. So even though this Taurus sign is there, this sun energy still reigns supreme. Now, something I'm getting from this energy over here, though, like this person, they can be intimidating to others. Something else about the sun is a lot of people don't look at the sun now. So this person's energy over here is going to be very bright, and it can be very intimidating to people, right? Because the sun, while it can be very life-giving and very beautiful, it has a shadow aspect to it as well. So that's something I'm sensing from this energy over here. But let's go deeper in the cards to see. Yes. So we also have the 10 of Potions, and this is actually the 10 of Cups card in the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. And the reason why this card is beautiful, okay, so let me get through this Taurus energy first, and then I'll go back into the 10 of Cups. This person just may be like really tall. You know, that's something else that can happen, because it doesn't have to be like something with a negative connotation. I just feel like this person is going to be intimidating to some people. It's almost like for both of you, because this Cancer with like a heart shell, and then this person over here, it's almost like even though there's something so beautiful and soft about you, there are also going to be people who are intimidated by you. There are going to be people who are intimidated by your light, people who are intimidated by your family. You have the Empress card and the 10 of Cups here. So this is telling you that the family that you're going to have together is going to be important, and they're going to be in the spotlight. You're going to be in the spotlight. You were meant to be in the spotlight. You are the sun. It's almost like you and your mirror are the incarnation of the sun energy. And I know that's getting really spiritual, but I feel like you all should be able to step a little bit into that energy. And if you don't feel really close to this energy, because I feel like some people may feel like some people may just be intimidated by looking at how powerful their own energy is. All of you may not resonate with the sun. Some of you, this could just be like, you know, a Leo thing, very strong Leo energy, but then also the Cancer and the Taurus. So this Cancer and Taurus kind of resonated, you know, they may outshine this solar energy. I feel like it's almost a choice, right? I feel like the two of you, because again, you're going to mirror each other. So if the sun doesn't have to be as bright, right? The sun can become a little dim. The sun can become like the moon, right? Could dim out a little bit. but still be a light, just not a light in the same way that the sun is. So if one mirror decides that they don't, like, maybe they don't want to intimidate the people around them, maybe they want to dim their light, you know, maybe they shine bright but they're comfortable with the people around them, the mirror would also do that. I don't really feel like that's the life purpose of everyone. I feel like this is a really, really strong energy where you're really meant to stand out, but not everyone is going to. Not everyone is sort of going to feel comfortable doing that. Some of you are going to be intimidated by your own energy. All right, so with this 10 of Cups, again, I'm just getting that your family life is going to be really important. You know, the energy, the life you give is going to be really important. You all may have a lot of kids, right? And all of your kids, you may even decide, like, some may be yours, you may adopt some, but I feel like you're going to have a lot of kids because the way you raise kids is going to be really important, right? So lots of kids I see. So this one says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I guess maybe this is the energy that I was picking up on, where it was like this doubt. I feel like some of you were trying to connect with the energy of the sun and just feeling like it's just not there. Feeling like, maybe I'm not really that powerful. I don't know, you know, I don't see myself standing out too much, you know. I feel like that's reflective of your love life. Like if you, especially if the two of you, some of you may be really sort of damaged by your own mirror. Because again, the mirror is not just in your life as a romantic partner. This mirror could have been in your life as a father, as a mother, as an uncle, as a brother. And they could have mirrored or done something to you that was so hideous, that was so traumatizing that you don't feel like you can be uplifted. And the thing about the mirror is, as they do it to you, they do it to themselves, right? So very interesting how this energy is going out, but it's almost like, you know, I'm really hoping that many of you can get uplifted to understand how powerful you are. But some of you, there's been such a hurt that you have experienced from your mirror, basically have done to yourself. But even admitting that, I feel like will be hard for some people to hear. It'll be hard for some people to, like, I feel like there's some people and someone did something so hurtful to them, and this person may likely be a mirror in their life. Like there's something about this person. It could be the same name, same birth date, you know, some kind of connection that's cluing you in. When you look on your life, there could be some kind of connection, and it doesn't even have to be the exact same name. It could be like the difference between Tim and Jim, but it's still like a mirror kind of effect. And I think some of you wouldn't want to acknowledge that that's your mirror, but not for all of you out there. Either way, this is saying stay optimistic about your love life. It could just be this person, right? It's almost like when this union, for some of you, when this union happens, one may be a little bit more healed than the other. So it's like you may have to spend the beginning just shining light onto your partner, right? It's almost like to balance out that injustice that happened. There may be someone who just spends the beginning of the relationship, especially if someone, because there's this addiction thing over here. I can foresee, like, if this person's pretty stable and this person's in an addiction, this person may really do everything in their power to try to help this person out the situation, to shine light on them, speak courage into them, you know, just, you want to be there for this person. And in the beginning, some of you may not know why. You could have had someone like this in your life. You could have had someone in your life that you sort of felt obligated to. Because again, the thing about this relationship is it's not just your relationship with this romantic partner. This mirror is in your life in multiple roles, as friends, as family, right, as pets, right? So there's just energies that come into your life sometimes, and you may feel really obligated or feel really pulled to, you know, just do things that fill them up, that uplift them, that shines your light into them. And, you know, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling because you're mirror souls, and you're just, in doing that, you're healing yourself and you're healing them at the same time. So let's see what's next. So we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So for sure, like, there's going to be lots of fears. I'm going to put this here. Of course, there are going to be lots of fears when you're meeting your mirror, right? Like, it's like looking at the mirror for the first time, or it's like, you know, something happened, especially with this athlete archetype. Like maybe you were at the top of your game and something happened and it sort of debilitated you in a way, and you're looking at the mirror for the first time, or looking in the mirror after a car accident or some kind of accident like that. It's hard to face certain things of yourself that you may have been avoiding or not wanting to look at, because that's all fear is, right? Fear are these aspects of the human consciousness that we don't want to look at, we don't want to see, we don't want to shine light on, we don't want to sort of engage in. And it stays in the realm of darkness, sort of like wreaking havoc in a lot of people's lives, but they still don't want to face it. So working through your fears with one another is going to be so important. Again, this talked about addiction. I wouldn't be surprised if I feel like there's going to be some kind of imbalance where when this union comes, the other may really have to, they may really feel like they're doing the bulk of the work. But I promise you, this is not a sign of an imbalanced relationship. If you first get into your relationship, because some of you, I feel like you may have met someone like this, you may have met your mirror before, like your partner, not like the other type of mirrors, but you may have met them, and the reason why you may not have wanted to keep going was you may have felt like you were doing the bulk of the work. But I feel like that's just going to be needed because there may be some kind of imbalance, but not for all of you, right? Because some of you are going to be completely healed and at the top of your game, shining your light completely before you even come together. So working through your fears is going to be very easy for you. Now look at this. The surrender card that came out for this person, because I wanted to pull a card that you needed to surrender for this union to happen. So this is something that can help the union to manifest faster in your life. The faster you're able to, or the more energy, I don't really want to speak in terms of time, the more energy you're able to put into healing this thing or surrendering this thing, the faster this union can come. And this one says, surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Exactly, right? So this visionary type of big energy over here may be at risk of not really wanting support. Maybe this person had experiences where the people who supported them or the people who were supposed to support them, maybe something happened, you know, like sometimes there could be some kind of betrayal in these kind of experiences, and people don't want anyone to support them in any way because they're sort of connecting support with betrayal. But those two things don't have to be connected, right? You can disconnect them. Many of the time they're just connected because of fear, because of regret, because of other negative emotions. So this person, you know, in order for this union to come faster, you know, allow more support and love in your life. If other people are trying to reach out to you to support you, you know, don't say no. This is, a lot of people want to surrender certain things, but when the opportunity comes to do little surrenders, they don't do it, right? They don't even register that the universe is giving them opportunities to surrender that thing. When you proclaim that you want to surrender to receiving support and love, so basically you want to allow support and love in your life, but the universe sort of like send someone in your life and they're offering to give you a little support and you say no, you know, like you're just like saying no to the universe. So for you all, just be on the lookout for you all who resonate with this energy. But again, they're your mirror. So for you too, just be on the lookout for this, right? When there are little opportunities for little tokens of love and support to come in your life, make sure you're allowing these in, and then they'll get bigger and bigger, and then bigger supports will come in and bigger love will come in, because that's what's really going to help this. And again, I'm getting that this person over here may have the resources and stability to really send support and love to this person, because for many of you, there's going to be some kind of dynamic where one really wronged the other. Not for all of you. Some of you are coming together in a very pure type of way. And it's not that the other people where there's been sort of negativity, it's not that that's not a pure connection. It's just that you have to work through a bit more before the connection can come in. You know, I'm seeing this as like a gradient of energy. There's this golden energy, and that's the highest version of this energy. But then there's some that has like sort of clouds of like gray around it. So you just have to work on that cloudiness, work through your fears, and then your light, your collective light with your mirror, then it will start to shine. And the beautiful thing that happens is when you heal your light and your divine partner mirror, like those people in your life who mirrored their energy, they will start to become healed, right? So very beautiful. The final card that came out for you, pile number 3s, is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is sort of what I was saying about that stability. This is something else that is giving me lots of solar energy. This Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the two of you can live a really stable and secure life together, especially with this support and love, right? You can live a very stable life. Like, the other piles, there was lots of wanderer, drifty kind of energy, but I feel like for you all coming together, having that beautiful home that you can work with and nurture and grow and add the things that you love, like, I feel like that's something that's important. Like, it's a very grounded type of energy that the two of you have. Like, you want, wherever your home is, I feel like you want it to be you. Like, you just want it to shine, and because it's you, it's going to be a reflection of this other person, and then your beautiful children are going to be reflections of you. So this is really a cycle of healing that the both of you are doing, and in this life you're being gifted with the opportunity of having this in a very stable way. So this is a very precious type of soulmate reading, even though again I'm feeling that you all are mirrors, because your life together is going to be so important and so beautiful, especially when you have children. I feel like when the two of you have children, it's really just going to take off in your life. You know, for some of you, that may also be a time where maybe new triggers come up, but that's okay, because again, when you can work through your fears together, you can really quickly move through anything that comes up, and then you go back to radiating this attractive energy. So very a blessed type of life when the two of you come together. But that's all I have for your reading, pile number 3s. Please do let me know in the comments below how this resonated with you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.